Hi, it's Sue from Calm Family Dog Training. I have a question that I get frequently that I wanted to talk about: leash reactivity. It's when your dog is walking with you and it erupts into very usually violent behavior: barking, lunging, pulling, growling at another dog they may see, or it could be as innocent as a squirrel or another person. It could get your dog to erupt like that. And basically, ways that we can work to calm our dogs to get them in a better state of mind so that they will not be so reactive on leash. There's many steps that we can take and some things that you can work on at home. Basically, you want to work on making sure that you're the leader of the dog and that it understands that it does not have to be worried when he's out on a walk because he's with you. So you want to establish that leadership role in the house. You want to be able to have your dog crated when you're not there or when you're sleeping so that the dog does not have the run of the house, and potentially if you're not home they'd be running at windows and growling and being in charge. You want the dog in the crate. So we have some videos about crate training. I highly recommend the dog being in the crate if it's not currently. Also, basically, you want to work on your dog's obedience. You want your dog to be listening to you and establish yourself as the leader. So you want to work on waiting for their food. You want to work on place so that the dog stays on place. Say when someone comes to the door, it's not rushing the door, barking and growling. It knows it should wait if you put it on a place command. Also, thresholds. Before you go to your walk, you should have your dog wait at the door and not go through it until you tell it it's okay to go through. Basically, establishing yourself as the leader will go worlds in helping your dog understand that the necessity to react to everything is not as great. And then while you're on the walk, if your dog is still reacting, some of the things that you can do, because I've been there and it's a horrible place to be. Basically, you want to try to keep your dog in a heel position, which is at your side or a little behind you. And sorry, I'm checking my notes just to make sure I get everything. So if your dog is walking with you, you want to just kind of keep an eye on it, and you want to be paying attention for that subtle difference in its state of mind where it's pre-eruption. So you're gonna notice the ears become more attentive. It'll usually, the dog will become like just staring at whatever it's about to blow up at. So you want to correct the dog before the eruption. So you're looking for those signs of pre-eruption is what I'll call it, pre-reactivity. So the intensity, the ears, the brow, you'll start to get a sense of when the dog's about to have an issue. And basically, you can do a couple of different things. If you can catch it before that eruption, you can change direction. You can give the dog more space. Move across the street if you could see something ahead of you is going to cause a problem, like another dog or something. You can also give a little leash pop. Say, hey, pay attention to me. That's not a concern. Anything to get the dog's state of mind back out of that intensity that it's heading towards. So also, you can use a pet condenser, which is like a compressed air in a can. Just spurt it. It usually startles the dog and like, oh, okay, and they'll follow you. So those are my ideas. I know leash reactivity is a big problem and a lot of people struggle with it. So work with your dogs, establish yourself as a leader, and check out my other videos, and I hope they help. Thanks a lot.